What is good, everybody? Welcome to the Sacred Iron Podcast, episode 1, and I'm your host, Max Hess, or Hess Aesthetics, whichever you guys refer to me as. Hess Aesthetics is my fitness account on Instagram. If you guys would, check me out on Instagram. If you like what I post, shoot me a follow. If you don't, it doesn't really matter to me. You don't have to follow me, but I have to throw my name out there. We're in my room right now. I really wanted to have it in a different setting today, but, circumstances came how they came. And we're going to have a better shooting spot for the next episode, but, that's okay. Like, I'd rather get the more of the value of the content, get it out today, because I wasn't able to post last week, and it is what it is, right? So we move on. It's all about improvising. You got to find a way, get out of your comfort zone, and I try my best to, I want to put like a little bit more natural lighting in here, but like a good spot for you guys to see me, but because I hated how like overexposed the other light was, but it is what it is, guys. It'll be okay. Thank you for tuning in today. I started this podcast as a way for me to extend my Sunday reflections. So some of you may be asking, what's a Sunday reflection? A Sunday reflection for me is I post every Sunday on my fitness account talking about a certain topic, and I have about a minute and a half or so. I post on Reels for Instagram because I just go straight directly to that, talking that for that period of time, and kind of just go from there. So it's nice, but sometimes I feel I get cut off because of that, and I have so much more I want to talk to you guys about with it, and extend more and talk more. Like that minute and a half, just not even close like what I want to do sometimes. So I was like, yeah, let's just do a podcast and throw it up on YouTube, which is a new platform for me as well. So a lot of this stuff is going to be very raw footage based. I like podcasts that are raw footage personally. It's a lot easier for me to follow, and moreover, just kind of just like listening is easier for me. Like just seeing what their actual like raw conversation is like rather than just edited clips sometimes. That's just what I like, and I want to do this for my podcast, and I'm excited to bring on guests of like-minded people just like myself to bring you guys so many good topics. And as much as I like doing solo, talking to yourself through a camera is a little weird sometimes, but at the end of the day, I feel like I am talking to you guys rather than a camera, so that's why I'm able to have this conversation with you guys. So no sponsorships today. The only thing I have is a Jocko Fuel. It's okay. It's not really the best. I mean, I just get a little something for the podcast today because, it's always nice to get just a little bit of a better outside stimulant. So I don't know, kind of disappointed, but it's all right. I'm sure Jocko will figure it out. But anyway, guys, let's get straight into the podcast. So the topic of the day is why fitness can bring anybody, and I mean anybody, a purpose. Now, this can be directly or indirectly. For example, for myself, fitness has directly impacted me, and indirectly impacted me in many ways, but mostly directly. So why I say directly is because I've actually decided to not exactly utilize my 4-year degree from John Carroll University, which I'm very thankful for. My college experience. I played soccer there, which was some of the best times of my life, and we had a very good team, and I learned a lot. But I'm actually getting more just into the personal training side of things. I'm starting my own online coaching business, which I still do it right now, but it's not like just like full website and everything. It's just what we're working on right now, and then the influencer lifestyle. Excuse me, trying to post motivational content, disciplinary content. Showing people how to work out, which I need to post more videos about stuff like that, like the work, like what I actually do in my workouts. But a lot of the time is more for me just giving out like the mindset to people, because I want to show people what a real hardcore mindset can really do for your life. So, that's what it's done for my life. And why I say indirectly is because I don't think people understand that all the time that fitness is so much more than just simply like looking good and like just feeling good and like that's it. Like, and then you have other people that kind of utilize it as just like that's like their own personality trait. Like, oh, you go to the gym, like, you lift all the time, like that's all you do, and it's like that's okay, but like there's so much more to life than that. Like, believe me, I like the gym just as much as the next guy. Like, that's one of my biggest passions, but I know there's so much more in life than just the gym. I use the gym as a tool to better myself and to become the best version of myself, because I need to become the best version. So when I go meet my maker, God, I'm very, very religious, very faithful, Sacred Iron Podcast, that's why it's called that partially. I want him to say, Max, like you could have been this, but instead you settled and became, excuse me, became this. I don't want that. I need to make sure that he looks at me and says, gosh, excuse me. I want him to look at me and say, Max, like you did it. Like you did exactly what I expected you to do, and you reached like your highest potential. And man, just knowing that would be like the absolute greatest thing in the world to me. And excuse me, when I go out in this life, like that's what I want, is for him to be like, man, I'm so proud of you. And going back to like the whole topic of that, guys, is with fitness, it really just shows how to put your mind under discomfort, training your mind to understand that difficult scenarios can be handled if you can train your mind properly. I'm not a neurologist. I'm not a psychologist. I just know simply that through my experience so far, that working out and putting my body through unbelievable stress, whether it's hard reps, very hard workout, super intense workout, even a cardio session, any of that, can just teach me to understand that when I have to go deal with a real world problem, for some reason my stress levels with that are so much lower, and I'm able to sit there and breathe, because breathing is a massive part of lifting, right? I can sit there and relax, actually, like, okay, if I understand this scenario right, I can handle it and I'll be okay. Whereas before, I still suffer with like really bad anxiety, but whereas before, it was a lot easier for me to kind of just like break down and be like, man, like, I can't handle this. Like, this is too tough. I'm not sure if I'm like built for this. And then I start asking myself, like, come on, man, like, I know I'm built for it. You just have to have that mindset again. And that's what fitness does, to provide you with a mindset of, man, you can do anything. You can honestly do anything in this world if you structure your mindset and train it in a sense of that you can do anything in the world. A lot of that comes with, self-affirmations. Again, just constantly going to the gym and just becoming the best version of you. And that's what it's about, man. And that's really what I try to tell people, very much. Like it's tough. I'm not gonna lie. Like, going to the gym every day, I go 6 days a week, but going to the gym 6 days a week and like putting my body under that stress all the time is like, I love it. It's not meant for everybody. And that's where, again, the purpose indirectly comes in of, I want this to be a lifestyle. I want to train forever in the same way I'm training, and to make it, as a personal trainer, as an online fitness coach, like just continue to learn more and more. But for the people that indirectly, so let's step away from purposeful as it was for me, directly, let's talk about people that can get it indirectly. So indirectly, it comes with, again, shifting back to the mindset and training your mind and your body to understand that once you start feeling healthier and going through the motions, and let's say, for example, like you're overweight, you start working out, you start feeling good, right? There's a reason why you don't want to start doing the things that were starting to make you feel like shit and make you feel like, that you were overweight again, or like eating, not properly, or not really working out, and like just staying on the couch and doing regular day-to-day things that don't really make you happy. And you kind of just start using it as distraction to escape from, maybe a miserable life that you live, or whatever it is. And on top of that, my whole purpose with that is, once you start feeling how good it feels to feel good, you start getting more of like a creative mind, thoughts start producing more. You maybe come up with a business idea that can maybe help you make you money, help your family, help you. Overall, it comes down to what skills does fitness teach you to then help you become a better man or woman. And that's why I say indirectly, because it always circles back to the idea of what is your purpose in life? And fitness will teach you, whether it's directly through, again, for my lifestyle, personal training and stuff, fitness directly, or indirectly for teaching you the mindset and teaching you all about how the mind can really just take a whole bunch. Your brain is literally like a computer. Inputs, outputs. You produce inputs and you get outputs from what you inputted to get from what your brain wanted, right? Sorry, I'm not sure if that sentence made sense or if I said that right, but anyway, you need to make sure that understanding that having that purpose in your life is really massive, and what it actually takes to become that best version of you. And I also one time heard Bedros Keuilian. He's one of my favorite podcast listeners. I just did Bedros Keuilian podcast, and I've actually done a post on this before, and how he said like working out really taught taught him as a young man, certain skills, right? And the traits that he actually learned from those are, he says he's seen a fit and athletic man who possessed several great traits. It's delayed gratification, grit, and, I forget the other one. But anyway, those two are massive though. Grit, as in, you sit there and you're working out and you're trying to finish a tough workout, right? It's really hard. Yeah, it's really hard. But when you get that done, you find your sense to actually get that workout done. You just taught yourself grit. What is grit now going to do? Translate that to your real life, whether it's family matters, financial matters. Again, you're going to start handling those tougher situations a lot better. And that's what truly matters, is the skills that fitness teaches you inside is only going to help you with everything outside. And that's what's so key about it. That's what's so beautiful. Excuse me, gosh. And then delayed gratification. You can't pay for a good body. You can't. You can pay for all good food, a good gym membership, all that good stuff in order to achieve a good body and hard work, but that is something that is strictly earned, that you earned yourself. And that is what I love about that, because life is all about instant gratification nowadays. Everybody wants to be able to, do something, make a shit ton of money instantly, boom, they're gratified instantly, but then they realize, maybe that wasn't really as good as I thought it was going to be. Or like, maybe, if I would have worked a little bit harder, maybe felt like I earned it more, maybe it would feel better. And it makes me think about, there's so many things in my life that are like that right now. And I love the idea of delayed gratification, because every time I worked towards something and actually felt like I earned it, it was way better than any time I felt like I got that instant gratification of, man, did I really do anything to earn this at all? At all? And then it's no, I didn't. I get that quick, dopamine high for, maybe a day. We'll say that's at most. And then the next day it's all right, so what's next? And that's the go-getter mentality that you have to have. What's next? And that's what I really like about all this. And on top of that, in fitness, it really is just something that really changed my life at the end of the day. And that's why I started to do this podcast. That's why I started to try, become an influencer, personal trainer, online fitness coach. I mean, it's just, there's something about changing people's lives and bettering mine that really just hits me. And it made me feel like I actually found my purpose. And that is the purpose that I found for myself. And I can't thank that enough. I mean, it's really a truly surreal feeling to feel like, maybe it's not 100% correct, but I know I'm at least in the right realm of helping people and helping myself at the same time. But more importantly, helping people to understand that going through those tough times in your life can really, really be difficult. And I understand that, believe me, it can really be tough. But I leverage anybody to just go train and go get fit. If you can get fit, you will look at yourself different, you will feel different, and everything is just going to continuously get better as life goes on. And that's what's so beautiful about the fitness realm. And that's why I always try to be my pure, authentic self and, not lie to people about BSing stuff, whether it's how I train or what I eat with this. And I'm open about it. I'll tell people what I do because I want them to try and exceed it for themselves. Now, everybody's body's different. Everybody's training is different. But I mean, in reality, guys, it's just such a beautiful thing to be able to understand how much your life can change when you get fit. Getting fit can really just change everything. People can start to respect you more. People just solely you walking down the road or whatever, haven't even met not the road, we'll say walking down, let's say an office building and they don't really know you. And you're wearing good clothes, you look fit in clothes and you look fit. People look at you a little bit differently. I know I look at somebody different if I can tell that they took care of themselves and are trying to produce this image of themselves that's hey, he earned that. He earned that good physique that he has, and it's such a good way. And if you're trying to find a partner, you want your partner to be attracted to you, right? You want to be fit, right? You want to look good for them and look good for yourself. There's always more to the story. The more you better yourself, the more it helps your partner down the road, your family down the road, and just overall just keep teaching a good little mindset. I know I say mindset 1,000 times, but that's only because it is literally the most important thing you could have is a good mindset. And I can't express that enough, man. It really is true. Let me take a sip real quick. Okay, sorry. This podcast, by the way, guys. I'm super grateful that whoever's even watching this is still watching this to right now. Give it a thumbs up, help the algorithm. Comment what I could do better. Like, guys, it's all about like critiquing and making this better. This is a brand new experience for me. Like, this was a little different, especially just sitting there and talking to myself. I mean, I'm used to it on Sunday reflections, but I'm not so used to it on, just sitting there having a tripod face me and just sitting there talking to it. So I can't thank you guys enough for this opportunity. And in closing for the podcast today, I just want to say thank you. And it's going to get better. I'm going to have a better environment, better lighting, whatever, better all that. But thank you guys. And I'm actually going to start having guests. So I'm very excited about that as well. And yeah, so guys, please go get fit. Go find a purpose for yourself. And I really hope this makes a lot of sense because it's such an important topic to understand. And I would express this topic to anybody. And I wish I could have had a guest for something like this today, but I wanted to challenge myself and put myself out of my comfort zone today to talk to you on my own with my own podcast. So thank you guys very much. Stay tuned next week or maybe the week after. We'll see, but I'll keep you updated. Love you guys.